There we go. Bang. We are rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. It's great to see you all. Hope you're all having an absolutely wonderful day so far. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out the brand new song called No Hope by a band called No Face, No Case. So, I'm very much familiar with these guys. I absolutely loved their last two singles, Out of the Blue, and their most recent one before this, Drop. Drop especially, I thought was particularly good. I liked Out of the Blue, but I thought Drop just had more interesting changes to the formula. It was a little bit faster. Absolutely love the music video. I love the aesthetic that these guys bring as well. I love the style and the references to Minecraft, and I think it looks like there's about 50 members. 90% of them are backup dancers. It's just it's so over the top and crazy and just out of the ordinary. I absolutely love it. And of course, none of that would count for anything if these guys weren't absolutely fucking heavy as fucking shit. And I'm so happy to report that they are. It's not just a gimmick. These guys have actually got the ability to write really, really catchy, really memorable, but also really, really fucking brick shit heavy beatdown. With a little bit of rapping in there. That's where the new beatdown genre, name, tag, whatever you want to call it, creeps in, which is very, very interesting. I'm going to go into more detail about that after we finish checking out their new song. So let's get on with it. Let's go. Make sure everything's set up here. Okie dokie. Inconsistent weather in Scotland as per usual. Doesn't know if it wants to be really sunny or really, really fucking overcast. Right, okay. Enough preamble. No Face, No Case. Featuring Within Destruction and Distant. We're going to get into that later on as well. Okay. Let's go.
So that it's true. We're coming for you. Everything knows how to make you fucking know. Your band's a fucking sandwich meal, 3-course meal. When I kiss on the fucking mic, you know it's time to kill.
So relentless and over the top.
Shit on the headline. We don't give a fuck when we show up to your body, yo. S is out of lock you. No one fuck you up and foul and end the whole.
Oh shit, let's go.
Like the creeper from Minecraft, we will make that motherfucker go boom. Put your hands on go. You pussy motherfucker, so that it's true.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that was a lot to take in. Right, let me just bring this over a little bit. Fuck it, doesn't really matter. You guys know who I am. Okay, so No Face, No Case, No Hope, featuring Within Destruction and Distant. Okay, so something quite rare has happened with these guys. It's been a while since. Yeah, it's been a long time. I can't actually remember when the last time. I'm gonna. Early starts with a newborn baby. What can you say? You forget your lines every now and then. Right, let's rewind. It's very rare that a band will release a single that I'll like. Well, like, you know, it'll be the first time I hear them, and then their second single I'll like even more, and then their third single I'll like the best out of everything that they've done before. That's very, very rare, and that's what's happened with these guys. I fucking loved that. I loved every single goddamn crazy, meme-filled, disrespectful, potty-mouthed, fucking just nanosecond of lunacy in there. So, where do we begin? Okay, so strap yourselves in, because I've got quite a lot to say about this. I've got quite a lot to say about this band in general. So first of all, let's get to the music. The music is the most important thing here. You can take out the you know, like in the last music video, there was a, you know, like there was some, you know, Minecraft references. There was reference to a creeper. They actually mentioned a creeper, as you don't really, just love it so much. The music is fucking fantastic. Okay, the rapping. Or wherever it's rapping, the rapping is getting better. Okay, at first in Out of the Blue, I was like, okay, this sounds okay, it's getting better. And then in Drop, I was like, wow, this is getting better. This is yeah. And then now, I think they've got it to the point where the lyrics are goofy enough to not take themselves too seriously, but also clever enough and smart enough to not just sound completely, well, clever enough with the, you know, there was something about your mum being a 3-course meal or something like that. There was lots of Yo Mama jokes in there, which I fucking loved, because I'm 33, going on 10 years old in terms of my sense of humour. Yeah, the rapping is really starting to, it's feeling a lot less bolted on. It's kind of weaved better into the music now, so it's not just, okay, here's the beatdown stuff, here's the few little tiny blast beats which sounds like it's going to go a bit black and deathcore. Here's the, you know, like, here's the, you know, all that type of shit. Here's them, you know, here's the shout out and stuff, and here's the rap. Here's the NU part of this. You know, that wasn't the deal with this track. It was woven in a lot better. There was lots of different. The lyrics were really, really funny. The lyrics were actually quite, like I said, quite clever. It was at different tempos. It came in unexpectedly at different parts of the songs. It's really, really good, because you've got if your band features something that's obviously so unusual to everything else on the scene, you got to make sure that it's not a gimmick. That was a danger with these guys, but that song's proved that it's not a gimmick. They can actually really, really make it work in lots of different ways as well, and it complements the music rather than just helping the music stand out by just something that's, you know, a little bit gimmicky. I loved how groovy the song was. It was much, much groovier than the last stuff. You can really imagine. You can imagine a circle pit breaking out. You can imagine a wall of death. You can imagine a pit. You can imagine just people literally just bouncing from like the front to the back. Basically, there's yeah, there's so much more going on with this track than the last stuff. Very, very groovy. The fast sections were really nice as well. They very, very much took me by surprise. And they're so fucking heavy. They're so just not just the sound of the guitars, not just how they're mixed, the tunings, not just how the vocals sound, how it's all mixed together. Not only just that, but it's just the actual structure of the songs is just so fucking punishingly heavy. It's just like you have to kind of just throw your head back every now and then and go, wow, holy shit, I feel like I've been cracked over the head by something heavy, which is, basically exactly what happened. There's more variety in the vocals. Also, the fact that they brought on the vocalist from Within Destruction, and Distant had a little bit of stuff in there as well, I thought went really, really well. There's a couple of little slammy bits in there, which I think kind of bad with Faces every now and then, kind of bad with a lot of things. If you hang around and watch this channel, you'll learn more and more and more that I'm just a bit of a dumbass. Camera stopped working there for a second and I shit myself. Anyway, I wasn't quite sure. It was kind of lost in the mix because there was just a lot to take in there, but there was a lot of different faces popping up and all that. But there was some very, very slammy vocals in there, which I think came courtesy of the lead singer from Within Destruction. And also, obviously, check out Within Destruction and Distant. Those guys are fucking awesome as well. Everything was better. It was everything I like about the band, with just everything more refined and just kind of keeping that very signature, just unrelentless, just so fucking brutal from start to finish. I absolutely loved it. So here's all the other stuff that I want to say about this. When I saw this, when I saw that this had been released, I thought, okay, No Face, No Case featuring Within Destruction. Okay, cool. Within Destruction have kind of got that. They've got that slightly rappy, nu metal, hip hop, whatever you would, fucking dubstep, grime, fucking whatever you want to call it, right? They've got that vibe to them anyway, so that's a good fit, right? But then I saw Distant, and I thought, Distant? Really? How's this going to go? I wonder. What are they going to be able to add to this song? You know what I mean? And they actually added some, they added a good amount. You know what I mean? You could hear the distant influences there and stuff. So I thought that was really, really cool to get in, two fairly sizable deathcore bands onto your project and to actually mix them in really, really well. I thought was very, very cool. And I think it's cool that a straight deathcore, maybe, I don't know, is it fair to call Distant a straight deathcore band? You can be slightly bit blackened-ish, I guess, but we'll just call them deathcore. Getting a very prominent deathcore band, and Distant just being up for that, just going, yeah, it's different, doesn't take itself too seriously. Fuck it, let's just let's just get involved here and let's help push this a little bit. I think that's really, really cool. There's probably going to be a lot of people that are put off massively by the nu metal sections. The fact that they really do look like a crew rather than a band. You know what I mean? Like when I said there's 100 of them and 90% of them are backup dancers, I was being slightly tongue in cheek. But if you look at the song "Out of the Blue," there's just so much. Just watch it. It's a fucking trip. There's going to be lots of people that are put off by the nu metal sections, by the overall aesthetic of the band, from the totally over the top lyrics, the strong references to very, very meme heavy, very, very Minecraft heavy as well, which I think is really, really fucking cool. There'll be a lot of old school kind of crusty beatdown guys that are like, what the fuck is this? This isn't how beatdown is. Beatdown's supposed to be intimidating and kind of tough guy metal to a certain degree. I'm not saying they're all trying to be tough guys, but beatdown, saying how much you fucking hate people and let's take it outside, bitch, and all that type of stuff. You know what happened. You know what the deal is with beatdown. There's going to be a lot of those guys just going, this is just not how I want beatdown to sound at all. And there's going to be loads of other people on Slam Worldwide that just every single comment that they leave, this isn't proper slam. When's Slam Worldwide going to get out of all this deathcore stuff and so on and so forth? There's going to be loads and loads of people that will just be put off by that immediately, and that's a real shame. It's a real, real shame, but I'm fairly positive that was the plan from I don't think no band would put all of these different things together and then be surprised when some people write them off immediately because of how they present themselves. These guys know what they're doing. There isn't exactly like what are they trying what niche audience are they trying to hit by putting Minecraft, beatdown, and nu metal together? Right. What niche audience is that? There isn't a niche audience. These guys are trying to do something different. They're clearly they're into Minecraft. They like beatdown. They like nu metal. They've put it all together because this is how they, like the tongue-in-cheek style of the music videos. The fact that there's like a fucking legion of them in every single one, doesn't take itself too seriously, so on and so forth. These guys are not doing this because they think it's going to help their career in any way. It is going to help them stand out, but they are being themselves because no one would put all this together and go, right, excellent, we're going to hit the exact market that we want to hit with this. So they're going to be making fans that like them precisely for who they are, and they're also going to be making a lot of fans and people like me that are interested in seeing new stuff, new stuff put together. I also really like Minecraft. I'm a pretty big fan of nu metal, and now there's a lot of good beatdown bands out there as well. So, yeah, I think that's really, really cool. I think if extreme metal is anything, it should be celebrated for anything. It should be celebrated for its uniqueness, for its ability to piss people off and break social norms, so like when the first black metal bands came out, I'm imagining everyone in those countries, Norway probably went, I'm not going to listen to this, the shrieky vocals, it's all about Satan, they're all wearing corpse paint, they're slaughtering goats on stage, I'm not interested in this, and then there'll be loads of people when punk came out, this is all the fucking anti-establishment and shit like that, and they can't really play their instruments, get that away from me, and then there'll be loads of people that, loads of thrash heads that are like, oh, why are Slayer starting to talk about murderers and starting to talk about, darker stuff, and then they'll be like, oh, what, Mayhem, that's so weird, they're so brutal, and they're not talking about parties and hitting bongs and fucking all that type of shit. The guitars are all down-tuned, man. I'm just going to go back to listen. You're always going to get those people that are just really, really resistant to anything new. And for those people, I'm always kind of surprised that they want to be associated with the extreme metal community, because the extreme metal community is about breaking those things. That's why it's extreme metal. It's about pushing the boat out. It's about making things more, as brutal as possible. And also as well, just different as well, just literally changing things up, like deathcore came out and now there's blackened deathcore, which is hardcore, which is metalcore / hardcore, death metal and black metal all mixed in together, and you'll get the same people. I like my black metal this way, I like my death metal this way. You'll even get people that the kind of MySpace era deathcore guys going, I don't want to hear any black and metal, I don't want to hear any black metal in my music, I just want it this way. You're always going to get those people, and it's a shame that you're going to get people that will write these off immediately, because I think these guys really are they really definitely keep the essence of what this type of music is about. Pushing things forward, making things different, making people uncomfortable, throwing lots of different worlds together and coming up with stuff that's actually, original and different, and makes people uncomfortable. So, I love it. Love what these guys are doing. And once again as well, none of what I said would count for anything if the music was shit. If the music was shit and there was just nothing going on at all, and it was just kind of beat down that you'd heard many times, and they just kind of threw in a creeper reference there just to try and stand out or whatever, none of anything that wouldn't count for shit, basically. But that's not the case. The music is also fucking fantastic as well. So that's been a lot of preamble. A lot of preamble and after blabbering on as well. I don't know. What can I say? To sum up, these guys are fucking awesome. I really, really dig what these guys are doing, and I cannot wait to hear more from these guys, because they seem to just be going from strength to strength. So, as per usual, guys, links to the band's social medias, Bandcamps, Facebooks, Instagrams, Twitters, whatever the fuck else will be down below. Once the video's finished, please remember to go down, click on every single one of the links. If there's an option to like it, like the video, so be a link to that as well. Like the video, share it, leave a comment, leave them a comment on Facebook, subscribe to them on Facebook, Instagram, leave them a comment there, so on. Do the same thing. If you really like the band, go and buy some, merchandise from them. Just do what you can to support, because not only are these guys really, really good, not only do they not take themselves too seriously, but they're also just very, very different, and different is good in my book. Change my mind. So one more time, No Face, No Case, No Hope, featuring Within Destruction and Distant. Go play the shit out of that. Like it 100 times if you can. Thank you very much for joining me. Love you all very much. And I will see you guys on the next one. Later.